Welcome to What You Missed Today from Voice of Emirates, an AI-powered daily news bulletin where we bring you a concise roundup of the top stories we have covered since this morning. From local, Arab and international news to economy, entertainment, sports and lifestyle. I'm the virtual presenter for Voice of Emirates. Now, let's begin with the highlights of what you may have missed today. Lebanon is seeking urgent international support to assist more than 600,000 people who have returned to their communities, many of which suffered extensive damage during the conflict. President Joseph Aoun stressed the need for assistance from the World Bank and international partners to restore essential infrastructure and services. Priorities include healthcare, education, water, electricity and roads, alongside support for municipalities facing growing pressure. Beirut says financial and technical assistance is crucial to accelerate recovery and provide safe, stable conditions for returning families. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky have discussed the latest regional and international developments during a phone call. The talks reviewed ongoing crises and conflicts and their impact on global security, while focusing on efforts to de-escalate tensions and promote stability. Both leaders stressed the importance of continued coordination and dialogue on issues of mutual interest, as Saudi Arabia maintains diplomatic efforts supporting political and peaceful solutions to international crises. Colombia has declared a national state of emergency after a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck the west of the country, the strongest recorded there this century. The quake was centered near San José del Palmar, in Choco, and caused widespread destruction across cities including Cali, Pereira, and Quibdó. Authorities say at least 111 people have been killed, while around 1,600 buildings were damaged or collapsed. Rescue teams are continuing to search for survivors, as repeated aftershocks raise concerns about further damage. And from the political news, Lebanese Foreign Minister Youssef Raji has reaffirmed Beirut's commitment to continuing negotiations with Israel during a phone call with his Egyptian counterpart, Badr Abdelati. Raji stressed that the process must preserve Lebanon's sovereignty, national principles and rights to its resources and assets. The two ministers also discussed recent regional developments and preparations for the Arab League ministerial meeting in Cairo next September, emphasizing continued coordination between Lebanon and Egypt amid heightened regional tensions. The Iraqi government has categorically denied reports that public sector salaries will be paid every 45 days, describing the claims as baseless rumors. Government spokesman Haider al-Aboudi said employee salaries remain fully secured despite financial pressures caused by disruptions to oil exports. A parliamentary legal committee also confirmed that workers remain entitled to 12 full monthly salaries each year. Officials acknowledged that some payments may face temporary delays, but stressed that this does not change the established monthly salary entitlement. A large-scale Ukrainian drone attack struck the Russian city of Nizhnekamsk in Tatarstan, targeting the major Tanaco oil refinery and surrounding facilities. Russian authorities initially reported at least 12 people killed and 39 wounded, while later reports raised the toll to 13 dead and dozens injured. Tatarstan declared a day of mourning following the attack. The refinery, owned by Tatneft, is one of Russia's largest and most advanced, making the strike a significant escalation in Ukraine's campaign against Russian energy infrastructure. And from the business news, telecom operators E and UAE and DU invested a combined 2.71 billion AED in network infrastructure during the first half of 2026. E and UAE recorded capital expenditure of 1.672 billion dirhams, up 14.5% year-on-year, while DU invested 1.038 billion dirhams, an increase of 12.7%. The spending is focused on expanding fiber optic infrastructure and advanced 5G networks, as the UAE continues strengthening its digital connectivity and preparing its telecommunications infrastructure for future technologies. Emirates NBD and the Dubai Future District Fund have announced a strategic partnership aimed at accelerating the adoption of fintech and artificial intelligence solutions across banking services. The agreement will give Emirates NBD access to technologies developed by startups within the fund's portfolio, allowing promising solutions to be tested and potentially commercialized. Cooperation will focus on areas including AI-powered banking, embedded finance, digital assets, SME solutions, wealth management, and compliance technologies, supporting Dubai's ambition to strengthen its position as a global hub for digital finance and innovation. Khorfakan Port in Sharjah is preparing to receive a record shipment of 6,068 new energy vehicles from Chinese automaker BYD aboard a giant roll-on/roll-off vessel arriving from Shenzhen. The voyage marks the launch of a direct maritime freight route between China and Khorfakan, expected to shorten shipping times by 3 to 5 days. The shipment also set a record at its Chinese departure port as the largest single vehicle cargo operation handled there. And what you might missed from the art and entertainment news, Egyptian star Hakim is preparing to perform a new concert on Egypt's north coast, continuing his summer 2026 live appearances. The popular singer is expected to present a selection of his best-known hits, combining Egyptian Shabi music with energetic rhythms that have defined his career. The concert comes amid an active summer entertainment season on the north coast, which has attracted a lineup of major Arab music stars and large audiences throughout the season. Egyptian film El Set Lama, starring Yusra, is preparing for its special screening ahead of its nationwide theatrical release on August 19th. The social drama follows media personality Dina El Kurdi, played by Yusra, who launches an online campaign called Veto to support women and confront violence and family problems. The film also stars Dora, Yasmin Reyes, Maged El Masri, and Amr Abdel Galil, and is directed by Khaled Abu Gharib. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has crossed the $1 billion mark at the worldwide box office, becoming another major commercial milestone for the acclaimed filmmaker. The epic, starring Matt Damon as Odysseus, reached the billion-dollar threshold only weeks after its theatrical release. Its strong performance has been driven by international audiences and premium formats, particularly IMAX. The film has since climbed to around $1.1 billion globally, overtaking The Dark Knight Rises to become Nolan's highest-grossing film to date. We conclude our roundup with the top sports news stories you might have missed. Liverpool have announced an agreement with Barcelona to sign Uruguayan defender Ronald Araujo on loan for the 2026-27 season. The move remains subject to formalities, including a work permit, registration, and international clearance. The 27-year-old is expected to wear the number 33 shirt at Anfield. Araujo joins Liverpool after making more than 200 appearances for Barcelona, where he became a key defender, won 3 La Liga titles, and also captained the Catalan club. The Confederation of African Football has officially selected Egypt to host the 2027 Africa U23 Cup of Nations, which will serve as the continent's qualifying tournament for the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. The competition is provisionally scheduled for November 2027, bringing Africa's leading youth teams to Egyptian stadiums in pursuit of Olympic qualification. Egypt previously hosted the tournament in 2019, when the national team won the title on home soil. That was your roundup of what you may have missed today from Voice of Emirates. For the full stories, visit our website and follow us on social media for the latest updates. Thank you for watching. See you next time.